Hi friends! We are talking about the life cycle of an apple. That video was very interesting. Did you notice that our pictures we colored and cut were the very same pictures of the life cycle? So interesting. Okay, please look in your envelope for this red paper. And you need your pictures that we colored and cut from yesterday. That should be in your envelope too. Then I need a glue stick and scissors. Your glue stick and your scissors should be in your supply box. Okay. There's my scissors and my glue stick from my supply box. Okay. Let me look at the red apple page. I think I see numbers. I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. This must want me to put my pictures in order. Let me make sure I have my 4 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in that book, I remember that one of these pictures is the youngest. I kind of think of him as the baby of the apple tree and of the apple. Inside of the apple, remember when the apples fell to the ground and there was something inside of them that could make new apples? The seeds. The seeds are the babies of the apple. So I'm going to put the seeds in the number 1 space. Oh, my glue stick. This one is empty. I'm going to have to throw that away. Let me get a different glue stick. Okay, roll up your glue stick. That's just right. Make sure when you're gluing that you're gently pushing down. Otherwise, you'll smush your glue and it'll make a mess. Let me line up. My paper in the black line. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have my first picture in space number 1. Okay, let's see. What's going to go in space number 2? Which picture is the youngest of the apple trees? I remember in the video that the shoot sprouts out of the ground. And it's so young and it needs lots of water and sunlight. I think this tree looks the youngest because it's so small and it looks like a tiny little sapling. Let me turn my paper over. Did you notice how I glued in the shape of my paper that's an ellipse? Then I can make lines in the middle. There's my black line that I want to line my paper up with. Then I can smooth it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so my apple tree starts out as a seed. Then it becomes a young sapling. What's next? Space number 3. This is kind of tricky because these two trees are really the same size. Let me think back to the video, the read aloud book we just read. Something has to come first so that the fruit can come. The flower. The flower grows first and then the fruit. So we need to glue down the flower next. It's kind of tricky lining it up, isn't it? Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, first the apple tree is the seed. Then it becomes a young sapling. And then the flowers grow, the apple blossoms. Do you remember what color your blossoms are? That's right, they grow pink, and they have a little white and yellow on them too. Okay, it seems like this will be our last stage of the life cycle. After the flower grows the fruit. Am I pushing hard on my glue, or am I lightly pushing down on my paper? I am lightly pushing down. I don't want to smush my glue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have all of my stages of the life cycle. Let's look at it again. First, the apple tree starts out as a seed. Then it becomes a young sapling. Next, it grows its flowers, its pink, white, and yellow apple blossoms. And after the flower grows the fruit. The apples grow and they're ready to pick and eat. Those look delicious. That is the life cycle of an apple tree. Do you remember on these last two parts, there is a certain animal that helps to make new apple trees. It loves to drink the sweet nectar from the apple blossoms. Do you remember what animal that is? It starts with the sound B, B. A bee, that's right, a bee helps to make new apple trees. Okay, friends, now we're ready to make our apple life cycle into an ornament. Okay, I have 4 apples I need to cut out, but this paper is so big. I'm going to cut it in half this way and in half this way to make smaller paper. It's easier to cut smaller paper. Right down the middle. Be careful here not to cut off the stem. So I'm going to go around right there so I can keep my stem. Cut this smaller. Okay, now I need to cut on the black line. I'm even going to cut out my stem. The stem is so thin. Watch what I do so that I keep my stem on. I'm going to cut down the stem right here, and then I'm going to pick my scissor up and come and cut that off. Watch what I do. Then I'm going to stop, turn my paper, and cut towards the stem. When I get close, I'm going to stop and it's still hanging on, and I'm going to wiggle it and pull it off. That way I keep my stem. Okay, my workspace is looking a little messy. What do I need to do to organize it? I agree. I'm going to make a pile of my scraps and put them here. And this is my work. I'll keep what I'm working on right in the middle. Okay, these are finished. Here's my scrap. Scrap. Wiggle, wiggle, pull. Scrap. My stem stayed on. Scrap. Paper for my project. Am I cutting fast or slow? Slow. My best work is my careful work, so I'm not going to rush. Wiggle, wiggle. Pull. Scrap. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, that's 3 apples done. Last apple. Scrap. Okay, let me get rid of my scrap paper so it's out of my workspace. You may be putting yours in the garbage or in a recycling bin. I'm putting mine in my recycling bin because paper is recyclable. Okay, now I have all of my apples. I do not need my scissors, so I'm going to put those back in my supply box. Now I have my glue and my apples. Okay, I need to fold my apples. So I'm going to start with my seed because that's the first step. And I'm going to touch this side to this side. I'm going to line them up so they match. See how I made them match? Then I'm going to slide my finger to the middle to make my fold. Kind of looks like an apple book now. Uh-oh. I must not have used enough glue. I need to fix that. My paper came up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's looking better now. Okay, there's my first fold. There's my young sapling. Touch the corners. Slide your finger out. Then pick up your finger that was holding the fold and crease your paper. There's my second one. Fold your paper. This apple touches this side. Slide your finger. Pick up and crease it. When I crease it, I just slide it down the paper. Okay, there's my next one. And my apple tree that has fruit. Fold your paper. Slide. Pick up. Crease. Okay, once you do your folding, you may have to go back and see that your paper is sticking. And if any parts are coming up, add a little bit of glue onto your red paper and then press your white paper to make it stick. That happens sometimes when we fold paper. We just have to fix it. Yep, that one's okay. And this one's coming up a little. I need to fix that. Okay, let me make sure this tree is sticking. Yep. Okay, now this part is tricky, so watch me very carefully. I'm going to make a life cycle ornament. So this is my first life cycle. See my book? This is the front of my book, the first and second page, and the back. I need to glue the back of the seeds to the front cover of my sapling. I want them to touch just like this. Okay, so I need to put glue on the back cover of my seeds, and then I'm going to stick the front cover of the sapling. Put your glue on the back cover of your seed. Line up your front cover of your sapling and press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like this. There's my seed. My back cover is now glued to the front cover of my sapling. Okay, now I need to glue the back cover of my sapling to the front cover of my flower apple blossom tree. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the back cover of the sapling, and I'm going to press the front cover of my apple blossom down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's see what that looks like. There's my front cover of my apple seed. The seeds, the sapling, and the apple blossom tree with the flowers. Okay, I have one more page to glue, so I'm gonna turn my apple blossom tree to the back cover, and I'm gonna glue the front cover of my apple tree to the back cover of my apple blossom. Let me put glue on the back cover of the apple blossom tree. There's my front cover. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's stuck. And now I need to glue, where's the back cover? There it is. The back cover of my apple tree with my fruit on it needs to be glued to the front cover of my seeds. So I'm going to glue this side and then touch the back cover of my apple tree to the front cover of my seeds. There's my back cover. Let me touch them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me roll down my glue and put my cap on and see what my ornament looks like. It stands up just like an apple. Awesome. Okay, let's look at our life cycle. We started with a seed. Then our seed becomes a young sapling. Next, it grows its flowers and becomes an apple blossom tree. Next, the fruit comes. After the flower comes the fruit. And the apples grow on the tree, and our apple tree is ready for apple picking. And then the life cycle starts over again, and it becomes a seed. Wow, that looks amazing. You worked really hard on that apple ornament. Okay, friends, you may turn in your apple ornament in your envelope so I can see your work. I can't wait to see. They look amazing. Great job on your project. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.